I used the FARAPOINT in the US IDE trial to perform the right isthmus line. And our experience has been very positive with the quick procedure without any major issue. We did, by protocol, have to administer a large upfront bolus of nitroglycerin to prevent any coronary spasm. But overall, it's been a good experience, very efficient and effective. The main benefit of using the FARAPOINT catheter for right atrial flutter is with a single point approach rather than the large footprint FARAPulse is a much more precise and efficient procedure. I feel that with the FARAPOINT we can address the same area with more precision and with less risk of problem. So the FARAPOINT obviously compare better to existing pulse field technology because it's more precise and more efficient. But even when you compare it to radiofrequency energy, the fact that people really worry about coronary spasm, but with RF technology, if you are close to a vessel, you actually cause stenosis. So the risk is much higher because if your coronary spasm is a transient problem that eventually resolves without an issue, whereas with RF, if you cause some issue to a coronary artery, that requires intervention. So clearly, certainly a more severe complication for the patient. In their workflow, similar, I would say probably with FARAPOINT, with a pulse field ablation, the procedure is faster and more efficient than with RF. So certainly is another plus with this approach. Well, obviously for a right isthmus only ablation, which are really becoming rare because we all recognize that typical flutter is a manifestation of a fibrillatory syndrome, but there are cases where in young patients where that really all that has been documented, so that certainly become a tool for those type of procedure. And I think it's gonna become also an additional tool, sort of a two catheter approach for PVI plus right isthmus, which a lot of electrophysiologists still perform. So I think it would be a good tool to have in clinical practice to address different areas beyond the pulmonary vein and the posterior wall. Really, the linear just make the procedure more efficient. This is really the benefit. There is no way you're going to cover the entire isthmus with a single lesion, so you still have to drag a little bit, but it really makes the procedure faster and more efficient, which is really what we experience in the IDE trial. Part of the procedure really didn't take more than a couple of minutes, and I think that's a benefit of the linear type of lesion, but you still have to drag a little bit.